Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Amy, your independent Scentsy consultant with Happily Scented Life, and I'm back today with another Scentsy's empties, what I've been warming. I got through a lot. So originally I had started to pick out a few spring fragrances that I wanted to warm because we were slowly starting to get spring weather. Unfortunately, Mother Nature decided to take a far left turn and we are back into winter. And I mean, we had like 3 snowstorms in a row, back to like 30-degree weather, and all this, like all last week and then all into this week. It's gonna be nothing but like 40s, still like really cold, dank, dreary, no sunshine, all of that stuff. So I'm back to fall and winter. So in this basket, you are going to see a very diverse amount of wax. I've got spring, I have summer, I have fall, I have winter. We have all the things. So how's everybody doing? It is Tuesday the 8th. It's my older bonus boy's birthday. They are officially 20. They are no longer teenagers. So I've got that going on today. Working from home this week because it's a huge quarterly data reporting week. So we have the opportunity to work from home. So I'm taking advantage of it. What else? Obviously I dyed my hair. Did a little bit of self-care, tanning, nails, all that stuff. My little tripod, I don't know what happened to it. It's like super shaky and I don't know why, and it's gonna drive me nuts this whole video. So I'm gonna try not to hit the camera as much. So warning, it might be shaky, but we'll try to work through it. So Scentsy news, before I get into the wax, the Mother's Day collection has launched, so that is available on your website if you're a consultant. My website, you can purchase it. I don't think anything's sold out just yet. Also the Woof box and the Catitude box, they brought those back. Those are available. I do want to point out, I didn't realize it when I had posted the news on it, but the Woof box, it is $40, but us consultants only get $25 PRV on it, which is like personal retail value. So we'll only earn a commission off of $25 and not $40. And I'm not sure why. It kind of bugs me a little bit because yes, I get they're discounted products, but they're not like discounted. Like Coconut for Coconuts wasn't available in the pet line when it was still in the catalog. So are you discounting $15 because of that damn toy that's in the box? Or are you discounting it down because they're not, you know, readily available products? I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay, so today, because it's a very dark, dreary, cold, windy, I've got a mixture, and I'll let you know what bars were partials and what bars were full bars, because yes, there is a lot in here, guys. But I did pull out a lot of my partial clams because I am trying to get through those. I'm trying to get them out of my stash and make room for new bars when I decide to do my next party closeout, which probably won't be for a while because I'm only at like $70 for a party total. And eventually my clubs. I was supposed to get my clubs in April, but after going through and pulling out wax from like my basket, I was like, yeah, you'd have no business getting bars right now, at least Scentsy wise. So I pushed out all my clubs till June. So right now they're sitting till June. So hopefully I can get through a lot more Scentsy, and then that will make up for getting those bars. But anyway, so I kind of wanted to be all in my tree vibes today, especially because I'm home. So I found a partial bar, probably left over from my early access kit, of Balsam Spice. This was a new release in the fall winter catalog that just ended. I do agree with everybody that this is definitely like a tree version of cinnamon pine cones. It definitely has a cinnamon pine cones base to this, and then it has that like sweet, spicy Christmas tree to it. It's nice. It's going in my kitchen right now because I only had 4 cubes. It's going in there. You can smell it. It's probably like a 7 out of 10. But I remember from past performance on this one, I didn't get longevity with it. But I feel like if cinnamon pine cones is something that you really, really like, and you also like tree, then definitely try the balsam spice. I do think it's a nice addition to the catalog for a tree scent. Is it my favorite tree scent? No, it is not. But it was good while I had it. And then throughout the rest of the downstairs, so we're talking this room, the hallway, bathroom, laundry room, all of that jazz, I've got ice pine. I did throw in the whole bar of it. I got this in a D-stash, but because of the glitch, I was able to add ice pine to my Scentsy Club. Now, if those bars actually ship out to me, that's another thing. I'm hoping that they do. But I did warm this, and it is fantastic right now. You can smell it everywhere. Ice pine, if you've never had ice pine before, it's got some like wintergreen and like icy peppermint, but then it also has the pine. To me, it kind of smells like if you were to go into the dollar store or like craft stores and you're picking out like the Christmas wreath picks. And you know how that stuff's like kind of scented? That's what ice pine kind of smells like. It kind of smells like a scented, old-fashioned like Christmas wreath, but it does have a little bit of like that icy wintergreen peppermint going on with it. So not so much like Disney Seasons of Magic or Mighty Pine, because those are very, very sweet pine scents. And it isn't like a foresty pine like Black Forest pine. It's like kind of in that middle ground. So I'm going to definitely enjoy smelling that all for the rest of the day. I randomly found a partial bar of Dark Harbor, so I ended up warming this in some of the bathrooms over the past week or so. I do love Dark Harbor. I decided to kick it out of my club just because I really wasn't gravitating towards it, and I think I only threw it in there for nostalgic reasons, and because this hasn't come back in a very long time, I was like, oh, I don't want to be without it. But honestly, if I had to put Dark Harbor up against something like Ocean would win hands down. And if this was still in my club come when Ocean comes back, I would totally kick this out. So it wasn't something that I necessarily needed to keep on. Would I, pick this up in a flash sale or clearance or a D-stash? Heck yeah, I would. I like it. It's manly, it's aquatic, it's got kaffir alignment with it in sandalwood. It's just really nice. It's really nice all year round. Great for bedrooms and bathrooms. So I had 2 cubes of Silver Bells, so we did that in one of the bathrooms as well. Silver Bells is always in the fall and winter catalog until it's not going to be, but hopefully it does return. I did club this one for safekeeping. I opted to club this one over Polar Bear Hug, so I'm hoping that my gambling pays off. But this one's like minty candy canes, caramel, pear, frosty air. It's just, it's not Scentsy winter without Silver Bells. There's just something unique about this fragrance that I just can't find anywhere else, and I wouldn't want to be without that one. I also had 2 cubes of cherry chestnut, so I think I plopped this in a couple warmers out in the hallway one day. I love cherry chestnut. I did club this one. This one and gingerbread pecan waffles were the 2 new releases from last season's catalog that I ended up clubbing. But this one, it's got like roasty toasty chestnuts, and it's got like a dark Bing like cherry, like think like the cherry bits that are in Cherry Garcia ice cream. And then you do get a whipped cream note, and to me it comes off more like a sweet foam, like for coffees and stuff like that. So not completely decadent gourmand bakery, but it's a very nice comfy cozy scent. And if you like cherry and chestnuts, then I would definitely. It's not like a great performer, medium, average for performance, longevity, strength, all of that, but cherry and chestnut scents in themselves, Scentsy doesn't do that often, so when you find one you like, club it. Alright, I'm gonna take that out. I'll just talk about it. I did go through a vanilla mint counter clean. I've got a couple of these in my back stock. I do like the vanilla mint. It's not bad. I would, usually pick this up when we were doing like the 3-pack counter cleans, which we don't have anymore, which I am so sour about, but what are you gonna do? So I did finish that up. Love our counter clean. It's magic in a bottle. It literally will clean any stain, any surface. I use it for everyday messes. I don't use it for like hard to scrub like stains and stuff like that, but I do use it for everyday cleaning. I use it on all my stainless steel appliances. I do use it, what else do I use it for? Oh, I spray down like spot, like if the kids like, I don't know, get like Cheeto dust like on the couch or their bed or something like that, I'll just squirt that, let it sit for a minute and rub it off, and it comes right out. Okay, I had 4 cubes of this one. I was gifted this by my sister. She didn't want it anymore. It was super fucking juicy. Oops, sorry, my language. Yeah, so it was super juicy. So I just went through it. I mean, it's Dark and Devious from the Villains collection. Has this one come back? Or was it Maleficent that didn't come back? There was one fragrance in the Villains line that didn't come back last year, and everybody was upset about it. I think it was the Maleficent one, because that one was the one that was really nice. This one, I think this is the one that has hemlock in it. This is very like mysterious, sultry. It's kind of fruity, but like dark fruity, like the outer edges of the forest, like a creep in the woods, that type of scent. I didn't mind it. I never really, you know, absolutely loved this fragrance when it was available, but I do think it's a unique profile. You don't get this as often. I think the closest thing to this would probably be like Hollow Harvest in regards to like the scent composition and profile, but not a dupe or anything like that. Okay. All right, now we're getting into some of the spring-like scents that I did. So Daydream Oasis, I was gifted this one from my mother. She doesn't like it anymore, so she gave me the rest of her bar that she had. I think I had like 6 cubes, and that's a Daydream Oasis. This one's really nice, you guys, and this one was actually stronger than what I remembered. It lasted an entire day. It was just very clean, refreshing. I know it has some like floral tones to it, but it really is like a fresh floral, and it was perfect in the cleaning line. Like, I hate that this got discontinued in the cleaning line, but what are you gonna do? They never keep the good ones around. I worked on my Taj Mahal bar. This was from the last Bring Back My Bar round. I love Taj Mahal. I think I'm one of the very few people that is obsessed with this fragrance, and obsessed enough that I clubbed it. You don't need a lot. That's why this thing has taken me so long to get through. I literally only warm it in my bedroom or my bathroom, and 1 cube will do you. So I did it in both bathrooms, so I had 1 cube in each bathroom. And the first time I warmed this, it lasted like 4 days. This time around, it lasted 3, but I don't know if that's because of the colder weather or what it was. But this is just like powdery amber and musk, and it literally smells like a grandma's hug. That's what Taj Mahal smells like, and I think that's why I love it so much. Like, I would love a perfume in this just to douse myself in it, because it's that pretty. It's that pretty. So, Taj Mahal. I warmed Pink Sugarberry Mint. I had a partial bar of this, so this went up in my daughter's room a couple of nights. It's a very old bar. This used to be a scent of the month, and then they carried it over to the spring and summer catalog, and it was in there for a couple of seasons, and then they finally discontinued it. I think in 2022 is when it got discontinued. So we haven't seen it since then. I think it's been in a couple of like mystery bundles and things like that. To me, this just smells like candy and gum. Like any of those candy gum combinations, like blow pops, you know, things like that. That's what this smells like to me. And I do get like a bubble gum mint. That's why I'm like thinking of like candy and gum and things like that. It's a fun fragrance. It really is. Is it something that you need every day in your life? No, but when you want to feel like a kid and have a happy, fun, you know, spring-like scent, throw in some Pink Sugarberry Mint. All right, here's some bakeries that I did that are more spring, summer, I think, than really like heavy fall, winter. So I did an entire bar of whipped vanilla pear. I am sad that I kicked this one out of my club. I don't know why I kicked it out. I think I just kicked it out prematurely, but it's an extremely nice pear. One of the few pears that I actually like. The whipped vanilla in here is just so divine, and it literally is like whipped. Like it's airy whips of like whipped cream and with like this baked pear. Oh, it's so lovely. I enjoyed it in all of the warmers yesterday. There is a dupe for this, not like an exact dupe. I want to say probably like 90% from Lavender and Speckles. It's called Anjou Ambrosia. If you ever see that and you missed vanilla pear, whipped vanilla pear, try Beth's Anjou Ambrosia. It's almost a complete dupe. So I do have, oh gosh, like 4 or 5 bunts left of that fragrance. So I'm not completely without this. And I do have one more whole bar of whipped vanilla pear. Another one that I worked on was Churro Churro. Now, since my last club edit, I have removed three scents from my clubs. Churro Churro is one of them. I also removed Crumb Top, and I removed Rum Raisin Cookie. I know, shocker. Churro Churro and Crumb Top really weren't in the club for me. I was holding them for my mom, but she no longer likes them enough to club them. So I warmed the rest of the Churro Churro bar I had. I enjoyed it, but it's not something I need to keep around, so I kicked it out of my club. And Rum Raisin Cookie, even though I do enjoy Rum Raisin Cookie, I added so many new bakeries that I enjoy that I kind of kicked Rum Raisin Cookie out for them. But Churro Churro I like. It's a lighter Churro Churro, but it's definitely heavy on like the sweet cinnamon and sugar. Light pastry dough. But it went like all day upstairs. I had it in, because I had 6 cubes, so I did 2 in 3 different bedrooms, and it was very lovely. Enjoyed walking upstairs every time I had to go do something up there. So, but I feel like I can get Churro Churro from vendor. I feel like a Churro Churro blend is something that any wax vendor can like duplicate, so it's not something I need to keep around for Scentsy. So. All right, one of the colder days, I decided to grab some fall scents. So we went with some apples. So I had a partial bar of Hemingway. This one's in my club. It's Applewood Cologne. Oh my God, it's so good. I love Hemingway. This will never leave my club. And then I also had a partial bar of Frosted Cedar. I'm actually really liking Frosted Cedar now. I did not club this one. But that weird like wood polish note that I had got last year, I didn't get it this year. And I warmed this at my mom's like a week or so ago, in a past week, and I found a partial bar, so I was like, I'm gonna warm it at my house, and I got the same experience. It was lovely, lasted an entire day. I got like the red delicious apple with the cedar, and it was just nice, and it complemented Hemingway a lot. So I would probably do this mix again if I could get my hands on some Frosted Cedar, but Hemingway is just, it's everything to me. So, all right. I also had a partial bar of Arctic Kiss. So I did this in the upstairs bathroom. I think I had like 3. Now this was super melony. I did not realize how much more defined the scent notes are as Arctic Kiss sits and ages. So I got a lot of that honeydew melon that's in this thing. And it was like fruity and fresh and like just so nice upstairs. So do I need it in my life to club? No, but if it comes back next year, I'll definitely grab another bar to have in the bathroom. Berry Bubble Blue. My daughter did this in her bedroom a couple of days. This is just quintessential blue raspberry cotton candy. Yeah, it's got that burnt spun sugar note that Scentsy's known for. And like blue raspberry. It's just a quintessential kid like fragrance. Okay, so I revisited Serene Succulent, which was, well, actually it still is in the Garden Bundle, which is the Epcot Happiness Blooms, whatever they want to call it this year. Okay, it's Epcot. It's Epcot collection, okay? Because I had said in my warm review that even though it was a lovely scent, it didn't last long for me. My mom warmed her bar and said it lasted days. And I'm like, no. So I decided to warm it again. It is still going. So I had, I don't know, 5 cubes, I think. So I did some in the downstairs bathroom and some in the upstairs bathroom. The downstairs bathroom, you cannot smell it anymore. It went in about 10 o'clock yesterday. I can't smell it. And it's currently like 8:30 in the morning. Upstairs, though, you can still smell it. It's like at a 4 out of 10. So I did get longer performance, but that warmer, I did 3 cubes, and the downstairs warmer, I did 2. So I think my theory is right that with Serene Succulent, at least in my house, I need to double up on the amount of cubes that I would normally use in a room to get like the longevity of the bar. Still a very nice fragrance. Still unsure if I'm clubbing it or not. Because I just clubbed Snowflakes and Sage, and I clubbed Isle of Clover, and I have Farmer's Market. So I'm starting to like, it's starting to be like another coconut situation where I'm starting to get a lot of green bars, and it's like, okay, how many do you really need? Sweet Pea Vanilla. I had a few cubes. So I did this in my bedroom. I love Sweet Pea and Vanilla. I used to always get this when it was available in the catalog. It was in the classic section, bestsellers, favorites. They had all kinds of different names for it, but it was in the catalog for a very, very long time. And it always comes back for Bring Back My Bar when it's available to vote for. So it is just a quintessential 90s Sweet Pea and Vanilla. That's really what it is. If you like florals and you like the sweeter florals and like the medium strength florals, not the powerhouses, not the too lights and softs, the right medium, then Sweet Pea and Vanilla would be a good choice for you. Alright, I'll do the pods later. I worked on a brick, didn't do much with it. I just did 1 cube. It was a nighttime melt, and I was just hanging out in the living room catching up on some Real Housewives episodes. So I just did a brick cube of walnut raisin muffin. I picked this up in one of the more recent flash sales for like $6. Like, that was just a steal. This is really nice. It's not like the most gourmand decadent bakery. It's even not like the strongest bakery that Scentsy's done, but it's different. I like the walnut in here. I like the golden raisins. I like the spiced muffin note. It's just a comfy, cozy bakery. So, worked on that. What else we got here? Those are non-wax items. Oh, at the office one day, I did 1 cube of my rainbows and butterflies. I didn't realize that all of my rainbows and butterfly bars are flat bottoms, so I really need to start warming these. Oh my gosh, that's so good. Rainbows and butterflies is strawberries, pineapples, and vanilla citrus. It's so good. I don't even know how to describe it other than rainbows and butterflies. Like, if you were to walk into a little girl's room that was like plastered with rainbows and butterflies, this is the scent that her room would be in. I love it. The strawberry, it's not like an artificial strawberry. It's not an authentic strawberry. It's more of like, I don't know, like a strawberry juice, like a strawberry syrup. And then you get fresh pineapple, and then that vanilla citrus really brightens it up. So, love it. I think I have like 3 bars. Who knows if I'll finish them all this year, but that is something that I'll be working on. I'll probably be pulling out any of my flat bottoms and start warming those. Oh, the day I had all of this warming, it was a great day. I did an entire bar. And this was my only bar. I don't have any more of butter pecan. I cannot wait to get this voted back for Bring Back My Bar. Butter pecan literally smells like butter pecan ice cream. It is so buttery, so gourmand, so decadent. You get the pecans, you get the buttery. Oh my God, it's so good. It's a great mixer. I just got it on my nose. Oh my God, it lasted like a day and a half. Like, it was just, I had it everywhere downstairs. I had it in the kitchen, the living room, the hallway. I had it everywhere. Let's see. This day was a mix. So actually, yeah, this day was a mix. So I had throughout the entire house alternating warmers, Squeeze the Day, and Luck of the Rainbow. So Squeeze the Day, I was surprised with this one because I got a lot more like lemon sour head. Like, that's what Squeeze the Day smells like to me. It smells like a lemon head candy. But I got a lot of vanilla this time around. And I don't know if it's because the bar itself was so old and sweaty that it just had time to cure and build up that vanilla profile. But it was really nice. And then the Luck of the Rainbow bar, this one literally just smells like any like multicolored cereal that's out there. Trix, Fruit Loops, Fruity Pebbles, all of that. It's orange, lemon, and raspberry. So bright and fruity, and I think it played extremely well with the lemon that's in Squeeze the Day. So I had that throughout the house. And that was on one of the warmer days that we had last week. All right. And this was in the bathrooms. I had a partial bar of fresh water and sage. So we did that in both bathrooms. This is really nice. I'm still liking this. That marine musk, I think it's musk. Musk, I don't care what kind of musk it is. I'm liking it. But this, I'm really liking sage this year. I think sage and chestnut. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's just like a fresh water. Like I said in my warm review, it reminds me of like the shore of like a riverbed. Like, that's what I get with it. Very outdoorsy, very aquatic, very atmospheric. Perfect for the bathrooms. So enjoyed that one. I finished up the partial bar that I had at Desert Twilight. I did this in the living room. I had 4 cubes. It did have a little bit more time to cure. I should have let it cure a little bit more because I still couldn't smell it. It was a little bit stronger than the last time I warmed it, but not by much. I really don't know if age is going to do this one justice or not. I mean, it smells so much like sandalwood and tangerine, but sandalwood and tangerine is so much better in strength and longevity. I feel like they just kicked a fragrance out to make a new one and just like add an additional like note to say that it's a new scent. But yeah, it did not perform. So I think what I'll do is I'll hold on to the tester I have from the kit, and I'll wait till like right before the season ends and I'll warm the tester, and then we'll make our final decisions from there. Not that like to club it or anything, but like, do I want to buy a bar, you know? Oh, this bar. If I had to pick my favorite scent from 2024, Cinnamon Woods. There is something about this bar, you guys. It's cinnamon. I don't even get the pear. They say there's pear in here. The sugared woods. That note is what makes this bar so unique and so out of this world. It is comfy. It is cozy. It is cinnamon. You are living your best woody fall life with this fragrance. Absolutely loved it. I had 6 cubes, so I just did it all in the living room. One day I was working from home. Freaking loved it. So good. All right. I had 2 cubes of vanilla amber, so I brought it to work one day and warmed that. This is another bar that I'm absolutely loving. That's just a spam call. I'm so happy that they carried it over to spring and summer, because it definitely is like top-notch Scentsy. They did this bar right. There's vanilla, there's amber, and they say there's rum in here. I get a little bit of rum, but it's mostly the vanilla amber. It's like vanilla amber body care. It's like Beach Body Goddess, Denise Austin workouts. Like, oh my God, it is just phenomenal. Love that thing. Oh, this was one of the colder days. I did this in the kitchen. Cinnamon pine cones. I think I had like 4 cubes. I really didn't warm much of cinnamon pine cones or Christmas cottage this fall and winter. Not sure why. I have a lot. I have a brick and a half for Christmas cottage, and I have like 5 cinnamon pine cones. And they all the cinnamon pine cones except for this one have the scent of the month sticker on them. So I definitely need to work through them next winter. I did club this because I do like it. It just reminds me of the bags of cinnamon pine cones, the cinnamon scented pine cones, the cinnamon scented brooms that you get from the craft store. It smells like Christmas tree shop, Hobby Lobby, all that stuff. And it's a great performer. Super fantastic performer. It lasts a full 24 hours, if not more. And I have alternated mixed this with Sweet Orange and Evergreen. I've alternated mixing it with Black Forest Pine. There's another tree one I alternated it with. I can't remember. I know people have alternated this one with Balsam Spice, but I haven't done it. But I heard a lot of people have had good performance with that. All right, in one of the bedrooms, I did Sweet Pea and Freesia. I like this scent more on warm than I do cold. On cold, it's very heavy, like rose water. And I think that's what kind of almost turned me off to the bar. But I am glad that I warmed it, because when I warmed it, that rose water note did die down a lot. And I got a little bit more of like the freesia, which freesia is a note that I really, really like for florals. It's not super, at least for me, it wasn't super intense. I know some people, if you're more sensitive to florals, then this might be a powerhouse to you, and it might be headache inducing. The first time I warmed it, it did almost give me a headache. The second time I warmed it, it didn't. And then this time it didn't either. So I think I'm just getting used to it, but small doses is what you need for Sweet Pea and Freesia to really enjoy it. So I still have, what, 3 cubes? So we still have, you know, the rest of the summer to work on that one. These bars. Okay, so I got these in that D-stash, and because it was, you know, cold, and you know, I wanted cozy scents, I was like, you know what, let's just freaking warm them. So I did the Cozy Cashmere and the Cozy Cabin. So I did it on different days, but I did it throughout like the whole downstairs. And Cozy Cashmere, it's supposed to have like cashmere and I think musk, but blackberries. I just got a powdery cashmere. That's all I really got. I really didn't get much fruitiness or anything else. It was just mostly powdery cashmere. And it was super light, like a 4 out of 10. Now, these bars are old. They're flat bottoms. I think this collection came out like in 2019. So it could be just because, you know, it's an old bar, it really didn't perform the greatest. I would love to get a fresh bar and see if the blackberry notes are more dominant with a fresher pour. But it was nice. It was nice for what I wanted out of it, which was just a comfy, under the blanket, watching TV, you know, type of scent. And then Cozy Cabin. This one I actually really, really liked. And I will be on the hunt for more of this. This one reminded me of Woodland Suede. It's not a dupe, but it gives me the same vibes that Woodland Suede gave me. So if I can't get Woodland Suede and this ever comes back, it will be a nice alternative for me. So that's what it reminds me of. It's got like slight tree notes, but not like a Christmas tree, not a pine, not a dark tree. And then it's just got like cozy notes. It's just, oh my gosh, it's so good. All right, I had 2 cubes of gingerbread pecan waffles, so that went to the office with me. Oh my God, I love this one. It literally smells like gingerbread pecan waffles. That's exactly what it smells like, but it also has a very rich, nutty note with the pecans that almost reads like a praline. And it kind of gives me the same vibe that the nutty notes are in Central Park Praline, which I hope comes back for July. So that's why I like this one so much. And I did club it, so. Oh, Was this today? Yes. So I had a partial bar of gingerbread cheesecake. So I just wanted a comfy, cozy scent in the kitchen one day. So I did this one. This actually performed a little bit better than the last time I remember. It was a little bit stronger. Still about 12, 15-ish hours. I was really hoping that they were going to do a cheesecake inspired collection. Like, what happened to the Scentsy Inspirations collections? Did they just like decide to drop the ball and like never do them again? I think they sold well. I mean, let me know in the comment section if you think that collection, you know, did good. I mean, it was around for 2 years because they did what did they do? Vanilla bean buttercream, go-go mango, Christmas cottage, black raspberry vanilla. Yeah, so they only did 4. And then technically 6 if you count that Open Plains collection that they said was loosely based on weathered leather. I swear it was a Scentsy Inspiration collection. They just didn't want to call it that. And then the same thing with the Goody Gourmand collection. I think because pumpkin roll, it was a Scentsy Inspiration. So technically, if you want to count those 2, they did it 6 times. But I honestly thought blueberry cheesecake was going to be the next one, especially when we had this in the whiff box for the whiff box exclusive. But I think they're missing a big opportunity by not doing like a cheesecake collection or a pie collection. I'm just saying. And it would give them an opportunity to bring back something like cherry almond pie that they haven't had back in a while, or huckleberry apple pie that hasn't been back in a while. And then cheesecake. I don't think they've done many cheesecake scents. I think they've only done blueberry cheesecake, and I think that one, gingerbread cheesecake. I don't think they've done any other ones. All right, then I had these 2. These were both partials. One had 4, one had 6. I just wanted them out of my collection because honestly, this is not something I'm going to reach for next fall. So because it was still colder weather, I'm like, you know what? Let's just warm it, get it out of my stash. And that's Leaves and Lavender. I don't like this one. And I think it's because that sugared, was it damp leaves or something like that? Or sugared leaves? It's just an odd note in here. And I don't get much lavender. What I get is like a tea, like a red rose tea, like a brewed tea that's been sitting like all day, and then you forgot about it, and then you go to taste it, you know, drink it, and you're like, oh crap, that's ice cold. That's kind of like the sharp, like, thing I get with Leaves and Lavender. So I just warmed it throughout the whole house, let it die out. I think if you like tea scents, like if you like Earl Grey blends from like vendors and stuff, then maybe try this one out. But definitely wasn't for me. I did warm half a bar of Midnight Fig. Love Midnight Fig. It is one of my favorite scents. It was in my first 6-pack ever by Scentsy. It's earthy fig with like golden berries and musk. Oh my god. It is just a very earthy, fruity fall scent. And it's very saturated too. So. And then last, I did this in a bedroom, Apricot Cloud. I just did 2 cubes. I had 6 cubes left, so I just worked on 2 of them. This was nice. It was a lot stronger than when I warmed it for the Valentine's Day collection when I had first got it. It's definitely a scent for people that miss apricot vanilla. It's like apricot perfumey bedroom, but still on the lighter side. So if you like those lighter, softer, lingering bedroom scents, then Apricot Cloud would be a good one. I just enjoyed it in there. It was just something nice to have after I'd cleaned the room. I just like threw it in there. So, all right, that's all for wax. And then I do have a couple other things that I got through. One of my mini warmers blew, so I have a bulb, and then also a base blue. It was actually the mini warmer that the bulb went. So I changed out the bulb and it still didn't work. And I'm like, okay, this is weird. And I checked the bulb out and it wasn't broken. So I took the bulb that I replaced into another mini warmer and it worked. So then I took this base with the light bulb that worked and tried it in like 3 different other outlets, and it still wouldn't turn on. So that means the base is fried. I'm not sure if there is a lifetime warranty on these bases. I'd have to look into it. But honestly, I have so many of these bases that I could just like swap it out. But it would be interesting to find out if there is a lifetime warranty. I should know that, being a consultant for as long as I am, but honestly, I never really have to ask that question. Like, it's never really like come up a lot. So I'll let you know what I find out about that. And then James's room, as we all know, my son has autism, so I don't have a wax warmer in his room. He has a wall fan diffuser. So we did a couple of them. So he had from left over from last what I've been warming, he finished up those snowflake and sage pods. This did last quite a while. I think it was almost a week. Super strong for like the first couple of days, and then it slowly started to taper out. But I would get another pack of these because they were nice. And then when the snowflakes and sage died out, I started to pick out pods that I've been hoarding for a while. So I picked the wild watermelon. This was one of the special pods that they had available during last season's Bring Back My Bar. Was it last season's or the season before? I can't remember. But wild watermelon did not last long, you guys. It was very watery. Very watery. Not artificial watermelon, and it wasn't like candy watermelon. It was like the rind, like the white part of the watermelon. So it was uber fresh. But it only lasted 3 days. And I even tried to take these pods and put them in my car, and they still couldn't send even that space. So this is not a long-lasting pod, and I would not recommend it. And currently, because I need to work on the stash of Bright Side of Life pods that I have, he has those going now. This has been going for 3 days. Still super strong in there. I love Bright Side of Life. It is like the best apple pumpkin cider bakery ever that Scentsy's made. So hopefully that will come back at some point. So there you have it, guys. That's what I've been working on. Definitely have been working on my goal for partials. I will be pulling out more of those, and I'll be looking for my flat bottoms. And it's still cold weather, guys, so I'm still gonna be warming my fall and winter and cozy scents until this nice spring weather comes back, hopefully, eventually. Don't move to Maine, especially if you like nice weather. Don't. Anyways, thanks for always liking, commenting, and subscribing, and we will continue the conversation in the comments. And until next time, guys, bye.